Cloudy and chilly weather in most of the parts of West Nile region, and as I stand right now in Arua City, it has been raining in some parts of Arua City and drizzling in some parts of the city and the entire region of West Nile region. My name is Orak Benson Pastore. We are not here for the program of weather forecast, but just the highlights for you such that you plan yourself very well. It's the news program that comes on your way from Mondays to Saturdays from the hour of 7 up to the hour of 8 p.m. In front of the camera is already Orak Benson Pastore to drive the bus. Before we drive the bus further, first take a look at the headlines, then I'll come back as the driver to drive the bus in the different parts of the region. Coming up in the NILECAST news headlines tonight, West Nile teachers tipped on syllabus interpretation. Ajuman district receives assorted medical equipment. Lastly, Uganda and Dr. Congo forge united front to tackle cross-border crime. Details about this in NILECAST News. Welcome back. Now we are commencing everything within the mother city. I am talking about Arua City. Here comes the story. It's in the education sector. West Nile teachers have been tipped on syllabus interpretation. This is through a training that was organized by NILECAST. I am talking about West Nile Rural Electrification Company to address the challenges and engage primary 7 teachers, district education officers from the 5 selected districts to talk about the challenges and how to overcome them in the new curriculum. Take a look at the story. As West Nile sub-region grapples with the challenge of poor academic performance, most especially as witnessed at primary level over the recent years, syllabus dissemination and interpretation by some of the teachers has been identified as a factor for the poor results. To address the concern, West Nile Rural Electrification Company Limited, in short as NILECAST, as part of the strides to address the concern in the region, recently engaged primary 7 teachers, district education officers from the 5 selected districts where this intervention program is being implemented. This comes at a time where a number of West Nile schools are still struggling to compete at the national level, which partly has been attributed to the challenge of syllabus interpretation by the teachers among other factors. Kenneth Chigumba, the general manager for NILECAST, says that the training aims at skilling the teachers on syllabus interpretations since it has been noted as a challenge.
So basically you'll be scaling up the West Nile region to compete favorably at that level with the rest of the country. That is the first objective. Ultimately, this helps in how many, professionally trained or graduates or accredited West Nilers will have that we anticipate will come back and play a role in the economics of this region. For now, we are focusing more on the first one. That is to increase the number of learners that get first grade and those that get a good quality first grade. So it's a dual 2-in-1 objective with the ultimate intention of increasing more people going to higher levels of education.
Meanwhile, some of the teachers who got the privilege to attend the training said this.
So one thing I have learned with this program that when NILECAST has brought on board is there is no class that is supposed to be missed out. All the classes are supposed to be taken through the right channel. That is understanding the syllabus, interpreting the syllabus, and that is where now the topical teaching comes in.
Really, West Nile is one of the regions in Uganda that is really lagging behind when it comes to performance during PLE results. One of the major problem that really contributed to such performance is mostly the teachers lack gaps. The teachers lack competences in delivering what they know. They may not understand it fully as it's needed.
Waidra Gamuli, the Koboko District Education Officer, rallied those who attended the training to extend their knowledge to the other teachers in their various schools in order to attain multiple effect.
Those who have been part of this engagement, let's take this information from Arua here, where we've been trained. Let's take to our teachers who are down. And me as a DO, plus the other DOs who have come here, we are going to take this to our regional meeting of the DOs. And this information is going to trickle to all districts, all the municipalities, and all the only city in West Nile, so that everyone has to have this information, and we improve performance as a region.
Masiko Stephen, an expert in his syllabus interpretation, who was invited to aid in the exercise, is optimistic that the training will have an impact on the region's academic performance if the teachers take the exercise seriously.
Yeah, this initiative will largely address the gaps in performance, and we found out that these gaps are particularly brought by lack of syllabus interpretation and integration. And now that we are engaging the teachers in that area, we are very sure that going forward, the results in West Nile will be better than before.
The program of supporting the education sector under NILECAST corporate social responsibility is being implemented in 5 West Nile districts of Maracha, Teregu, Zombo, Arue district, and Koboko, where 3 schools from each of the selected districts are benefiting under the initiative through capacity building and other support system. Orak Benson Pastore, Faris Majid, compiling the story for West Nile Television NILECAST. Now across the Nile, I am talking about Adjumani district. Adjumani district receives assorted medical equipment in 10 health centers from ACODEV, an organization based in Adjumani district. This will help to improve quality health services delivery in the district, and it is a health story. And then you can take a look at the story.
Action for Community Development, known as ACODEV, an organization based in Adjumani District, donated assorted medical equipment to Adjumani District local government to be supplied to the respective health centers of Adjumani Hospital, Ofua, Mungula, Shiforo, Bira, and Pashara, depending on the incentive and during the course of the project. Letio Irene Tobias, the team leader ACODEV, highlighted the number of medical supplies donated to the above 10 mentioned health facilities, which they are earned basing on the performance of the VHT.
Today we are here at the district. We brought the assorted medical equipment to be supplied to the facilities that are selected by the project. We are into 10 facilities in Adjumani. So these equipments are based on the results of the VST performance per all these facilities that are selected by the project. So any referral a VST made to a facility, it's what brought this to the facility. So whatever the facility will receive here today, it's what the result the VST had been working at the facility.
Henry Lulu, the Assistant District Health Officer at Adjumani District Local Government, said these items are to improve quality health services delivery, particularly in the areas of family planning, which basically has been low with 21%.
All the facilities that are supported by this project, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Backstrom Foundation for the support, the financial support that has been extended to ACODEV and Iricheham in Uganda to support the 10 health facilities in strengthening community level family planning services. This equipment will go a long way in improving the quality of health service delivery, and especially given the progress that we have made over the years.
Dr. Peter, the resident district commissioner at Adjumani District, during the handover ceremony at ADLG Health Store, appealed to facilitate in charges to uphold the sustainability of the supplied assorted medical items, and with regard should be injected in the targeted areas of benefits.
Now to the facilities and the facility leaders who have come today, these are equipments that are given for service and to help us give better services. Let us take care of whatever we are going to receive. and use it for the best in our facilities. To the district, I'm very, very excited because from the beginning, almost now to 6 months, we have not lost a mother. This is something that we need to appreciate. The services that the medical teams are doing to our people, this is good service delivery. And we want to...
In total, the support was amended by ACODEV with partners attached worth procurement of 100 million Uganda shillings to be supplied in the 10 health facilities attached in the pace of the project, hence earned through hard working of village health teams. Kashundwa Fancy Onzima Alan reporting for West Nile Television NILECAST.
Moving forward, it's a very big story concerning Uganda and DRC. Here comes the story. Uganda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo forged a united front to tackle cross-border crime in a two-day cross-border meeting held from 15th to 16th April 2025 at Satellite One Hotel in Nebi Municipality, which brought together 15 members delegation from the Ituri Province territory of DRC, representatives from Uganda's Ministry of Internal Affairs, Western districts of Arua, Mariokolo, Zombo, Nebi, and lastly Pakwati district. Alfred Jawo compiles the story.
A two-day cross-border meetings held from 15th to 16th April this year at Satellite One Hotel Nebi Municipality brought together a 50-member delegation from the Ituri Province territory of Democratic Republic of Congo and representatives from Uganda's Ministry of Internal Affairs, West Nile districts of Arua, Mariokolo, Zombo, Nebi, and Pakwat. The meeting aimed to strengthen collaboration in tackling cross-border crimes and enhancing safety for businesses in both nations. Led by Mahagi Territorial Administrator Colonel Lulua Disanoa and General Tabana Min, Deputy Director, Internal Security Organization in charge of West Nile, Congo, and South Sudan, the delegates addressed critical challenges affecting business operations and security, including disparities in tax regimes, armed robberies, arbitrary arrest, smuggling, vehicle theft, border incursions, and unregistered motorcycles. General Tabana Min noted that such a security meeting on matters of security is very paramount to build strong relationships among the two countries.
The more we meet, now the time we are meeting, now we met here, we have met here, we are now going to meet in Congo. Try to solve these kinds of problems. You know, if you follow the borderline, Ugandans, most of them are married in Congo. Congolese are also married here. We do our shamba things there and they come also. We are one people. And when you are one, conflict is always there. Is there any...
Colonel Lulua Disonoa, Administrator Mahagi, said on the subject of security, both sides underscored the importance of joint action to deny refuge to criminal elements and rebels and to manage the porous border effectively.
Which can bring us to the economical and social development, security, peace, and stability in the region along the common border. Je souhaite préciser aux présentes assises. I wish a successful works of meeting for all the participants. Que vive la République de Uganda. Long live Uganda Republic. Que vive la République démocratique du Congo. Long live DRC. Je vous remercie.
Meanwhile, Godfrey Kabianga Baluko, State Minister for ICT and National Guidance, highlighted the pressing need to curb cross-border criminality impacting businesses. Kabianga added that cross-border criminality has negatively impacted on the harmonious working relationships of the two entities.
It's a cross-border security meeting, but this time it is spearheaded by a team which was put in place by His Excellency the President. It includes some ministers who come from the borderline and some MPs. So we have been moving from area to area, but the most important thing, we are promoting unity, We are promoting collaborative arrangements in issues to do with business, and we are also promoting togetherness to fight insurgency in our areas, and more especially the one in Eastern Congo.
The attendees also included traditional leaders from the Dalur Kingdom, business representatives, executive commissioners from revenue authorities and regional security officers, and officials from immigration and customs in both countries. Alfred Jawok, Camilla Stansha, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Moving forward, Madi and the West Nile leaders blame government for the rampant killing of people in Okusijoni. This was said in a gathering which brought together very many leaders of West Nile region at Juma district headquarters. Onzima Alan gives us details about that story.
Leaders of West Nile are calling upon the President of Uganda to convene an emergency to address the escalating Upper Land crisis following renewed violence there. This was said during a meeting which was held at a Jumani district local government. Honorable Alero Tom, as MP representing people of Moyo district, blamed the government for failing to clarify the facts on Upper crisis following several government officials' ground visits since 2010.
There is the exhibition of element of insincerity on the part of government, and especially the executive arm of government. Insincerity, pretense, hypocrisy, all embedded in here. May I take ourselves to history. Since 2011, we have been struggling with this issue. In the 9th Parliament, 10th Parliament, now 11th Parliament.
Sabuni John, a councillor appointed at UPDF for watching the killings in Upper Land, and said this inequality is uncalled for.
Always the commanders are doubting that the Upper is in the too many. Why? This is why, if you follow this recent killing, we have eyewitness. You realize our enemies, let me call them our enemies, were being escorted by UPDF.
Major General Felix Busizori, the 4th Division Commander, apologized on behalf of UPDF for every atrocities that happened in Upper Land and promised to work hand in hand with them.
First of all, I want to apologize for what has happened down there and say that UPDF doesn't condone such acts, whatever happened. Yesterday, when I was talking to the two MPs, they said we are going to have a meeting today, but you are not part of it. I pleaded with her. I said, please, let me be part of the meeting. I need to understand what people's concerns are. Because if I had not come, I wouldn't have known that there is a big problem down there.
Opi Surubaru Simon, the paramount chief on behalf of Madi cultural institutions, passed resolutions demanding the government to act immediately with a wide number of demands.
Lakini katika Madi cultural institution, the resolution is one, government should the area of our East Madi Wildlife Reserve back to their respective chiefs. Oyui, Ali, Patao, Pakile, Palaro, and all the clan chiefs. Because
Tabande Tapita, the resident district commissioner who was blamed for failing to oversee security in the dispute zone, condemned the blame, said many people in the area acquire land illegally.
But God knows what I'm doing. But I'm very happy today to hear that I should go. Actually, that is what I wanted. because they have a interesting place somewhere. This place that Germany is like a city. It is like a city where people will come with every nonsense, but you will be the one to suffer.
Honorable Feta, the legislator of West Ivu Division in Arua City, said they have united as West Nile legislators to work in unity to find befitting resolution to upper prolonged land dispute.
We decided as a leadership of West Nile Parliamentary Caucus to this time use unity as a force to see if we can achieve lasting solution to the problems of Upper and Zoba. Division Commander, I worked here as an assistant district registrar in 2011. I worked here as a district registrar. Most of the problems in Upper and in Zoka have been orchestrated by security agencies.
Kashindwat Fancy Onzima Alan reporting for West Nile Television NILECAST.
Welcome back from that particular story from Ajuman district. Before I leave the studio, of course, someone may want to know what's happening in the world of sports. I can confirm to you the regional USSSA secondary ball games has already reached to the finals, and the finals will be tomorrow. So someone may want to know which teams, of course, will be playing in the finals. And I don't want to lie to you as a viewer. The news has not reached on my desktop. The news of the schools that have reached to the finals, both in boys football and also in girls football, has not reached on our sports desktop. But tomorrow, you will be able to get how things have transpired as ever since the one of the ongoing regional ball games, and also in UEFA Champions League games also bouncing back. I am talking about the reverse fixtures of the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League with a very big encounter. Arsenal to take on Real Madrid. In fact, it's Real Madrid that's at home. They are welcoming Arsenal at Santiago Bernabeu. Their game is tomorrow. And also a very huge encounter between the team of Inter Milan and the team of Bayern Munich. And Inter Milan will be taking a lead 2-1 they had at Allianz Arena when they will be sitting at San Siro. Meanwhile, for Arsenal, they will be carrying a huge advantage, 3-0 advantage to that's Spain at Santiago Bernabeu. Meanwhile, also today, we have in games. Meanwhile, it seems to be done between Catalonian-based club and the Westphalian Stadion-based club. I'm talking about the team of Barcelona up against Borussia Dortmund, because the first leg ended by 4-0. It was in favor of Barcelona. That means Barcelona this time, they are traveling to Westphalian Stadion, or Signal Iduna Park. That's in Germany, to take on the team of Borussia Dortmund. On the other side, also, the Principality, the Princess-based club, I'm talking about Paris Saint-Germain, will also be flying to London with a 3-1 advantage, and we are waiting to see if Aston Villa will be in position to overturn the deficit they had at Parc des Princes. With that, we have come to the end of today's edition of NILECAST News. It has been me, Oracle Benson Pastore. Let's link up again next time.